You guys are letting people take out loans in children's names?
For 6 years, this Sacramento woman has been trying to tell the government there is no way she took out a federal student loan when she was just 1.
After years of them not listening, it was time to call Kurtis to investigate.
Well, she said she could barely walk or talk when this loan was taken out in 1989. But the government insists she did and owes $20,000. And now Uncle Sam is going after her tax refund to help pay for it. So what can parents do to keep this from happening to their kids?
It should have been me.
It should have been Teresa Miles, walking this college campus, taking classes.
And everyone else is going in the right direction. I'm just stuck at a dead end.
Unable to afford school, all because the Department of Education won't give her a student loan for what it claims she did when she was still in diapers.
A 1-year-old can't take out a student loan. It's impossible.
The federal agency claims Teresa already owes $20,000 for a student loan taken out in 1989 when she was just an infant, something her mom says is impossible.
She couldn't have. She was a newborn baby. There's no way.
Teresa says she sent the Department of Education copies of her birth certificate, driver's license, social security card over and over and over again, even supplying a police report saying her identity must have been stolen.
Well, there's nothing we can do for you. It's your loan.
Forcing this now 27-year-old communications major to take breaks from school, work 3 jobs, including at McDonald's and Walmart, just to save enough money for tuition and books.
I mean, this is 6 years of going through the motions, frustration, anger, rage, feeling hopeless.
And to make matters worse, the Department of Education garnished her $1,100 tax refund, money she planned to use for school.
What about her future?
That is really, really sad.
We showed State Assemblyman Mike Gatto how the U.S. Department of Education failed to fix this.
It's kind of hard to believe that any government bureaucracy would try to argue that this person took out a loan at age 1.
But he's equally concerned over the new focus of ID thieves.
They've stopped targeting adults. They've now focused a lot more on people under the age of 18 because they're not checking their credit.
So he introduced a bill that would force the 3 credit bureaus to allow California parents to freeze their kids' credit.
We don't want anybody to be in a situation where they wake up at age 18, they want to get a credit card, and they find out that somebody's been using their credit for years.
It was pretty much like the biggest roadblock I've ever come across.
We contacted the Department of Education to find out how they could give a toddler a student loan. Their excuse, 1989 predates many of the processes now in place now to deter and detect student loan fraud. But now, after we got involved, they admit fault, saying the department sincerely apologizes for the unfortunate processing errors, which clearly slipped through a number of control and oversight measures. And with that, after 6 years of battling Uncle Sam, Department of Education said it was our fault. We apologize that this happened, and we're fixing it.
I never thought I would hear those words, to be honest with you.
This debt, keeping her from finishing school and starting her career, is now gone.
It just feels good. A weight's been lifted off my shoulders. So now I can live a normal life and be able to do things that I want to do.
The Department of Education says it plans to use this case for training. The feds say they can now compare Social Security numbers on student loan applications with the Social Security database. That started in 1994. And with this cleared up, she can now also open up credit cards and get a student loan. Believe it or not, for all this time, she couldn't even get a credit card because it showed that she was a deadbeat and didn't pay back the student loan from when she was just 1.
What a nightmare for her. How could a kid possibly know if their identity has been stolen?
I recommend when the kid turns 16, you might want to request a credit report. That way, if there are any issues there, you got a couple years to clear it up before you apply for a student loan or anything. And in some cases, a red flag could be if you get something in the mail that offers you a credit card when you're just a kid, there could be a sign that they already have a credit card.